People have no problem being uncomfortable if it's aesthetic, if it makes them look cool, if it gains them social capital. They don't. And I've been trying to figure out how to start and how to continue this video about masking and discomfort from a place of intention, from a place of not shaming, but from a very honest, very truthful space. And for me, I do think that like masking, putting a mask on my face is uncomfortable. It is. Like, so I will say that like anybody who says that it's not, you don't need to do that. Like, right? Because like literally having something extra on your face that impedes how you typically breathe and speak and talk is uncomfortable. Duh, that makes sense. And it, being seriously ill is uncomfortable. Being sick is uncomfortable. On like an existential level, I guess, knowing that if I get sick, I could possibly get somebody sick and then they could get even sicker than me, that is uncomfortable to me. Like, that is uncomfortable to my value system to do that. And so I want to talk about a lot of the things that many of us do or have done or will do that is more uncomfortable than a mask, or just as uncomfortable as a mask, wearing a mask, but that we do gladly, right? Or that we do as a force of habit, right? I'll start by reading myself. People pleasing is uncomfortable. I don't like to do it. That's why I'm a recovering people pleaser. I'm practicing not doing it, right? When I do that, I am actively disregarding myself. It's uncomfortable, right? I would like to not do it. But I do. I definitely was in my high femme baddie era in my 20s. 3-inch heels all the time, every time I stepped out. A new pair of 3-inch heels every time I stepped out. Uncomfortable as fuck. I fell many times, okay? Fucked up my ankles many times, but I looked good. All right? And so I allowed myself to be uncomfortable. I allowed myself to be in literal pain because I looked good, which brings me to the phrase, beauty is pain. Like, that's a literal phrase. It's not just a phrase. It is a source of encouragement for people, right? And it's been around so long that is how people associate beauty and being beautiful with being in pain, right? Lovely piece of propaganda. And also, that is a phrase that is part of the grounding for catapulting people into eating disorders. Having an eating disorder is uncomfortable, all right? Starving yourself is uncomfortable, okay? And people do it all in the name of being beautiful and desirable. How you know that wellness culture is some bullshit is that 98% of the people who go to the gym to bust their ass don't wear masks. So, you're out here eating your lean meats and your vegetables and your protein powders and your shakes and your granola bars, and you're working out 1-2 hours a day because you want to be quote unquote healthy, but you don't wear a mask. You think it's appropriate to give fat people unsolicited advice because you think all fat people are inherently unhealthy, but you don't wear a mask. You're concerned about other people's health and you're in their comments. And when in person, you give people unsolicited advice about their health because you're concerned about their health, but you don't wear a mask. So yeah, to round us out, I'm not talking about this for now, is that people are willing to be uncomfortable, to experience discomfort, both short and long term, to even be in pain if it benefits them in the way that it increases their desirability. Whether that is aesthetically, physically, social settings, all of that. People are not or are less willing to be uncomfortable if it does not benefit them when it comes to desirability, if it decreases their desirability, even if it increases other parts of their lives, like their literal health.